Nature is a fickle mistress. There are times when nature blesses us with her wondrous creations, and there are also times when nature bares her fangs, creating natural disasters of massive proportions. So when nature strikes, you better be prepared, because her wrath will spare no one, not even her own marvelous creations. Here are the top 10 times the Earth swallowed things on an epic scale.
Amazing!
Number 10. Batakaiga Crater. Located in the East Siberian taiga, the Batakaiga Crater is a land depression of epic proportions, a kilometer-long gash in the land that is 100 meters deep. It was formed in 1960 inadvertently when a particular portion of a forest was cleared, resulting in the land around it caving in. Since then, it's continued to swallow permafrost lands that have been thawed by summer heat, resulting in the crater growing up to 15 meters per year. Scientists from all around the world are fascinated by this natural occurrence. For one, it gives them the chance to learn more about how climate change affects the geological makeup of Siberia. Will climate change hasten the growth of the chasm, or will it still have the same steady growth it had since its creation? The Batakaiga crater continues to grow up to this day, and scientists are seeing no end to its growth. Should it continue to do so in the next few decades or centuries, it will surely and severely impact Siberia's permafrost lands. Number 9. The Grandfather Sinkhole. Sinkholes tend to appear more frequently in mining towns, as mining activities weaken the soil. This is what happened in the town of Beresniki, a mining town where the Grandfather Sinkhole appeared, a massive sinkhole that continues to grow every single year, initially measuring 80 by 40 meters, with a depth of 200 meters back in 2007. It grew to a massive 393 by 310 meters long, with a depth of 237 meters in 2012. The appearance of this enormous sinkhole led to more problems for the town of Beresniki, as more and more growing sinkholes continue to emerge across the town. This posed major risks to its citizens, and it forced 2,000 residents to evacuate in fear that their homes might be swallowed by one. Currently, Beresniki is under 24/7 surveillance, with local authorities on the lookout for any signs of growing sinkholes. Until a solution is found for these sinkholes, its citizens will have to wait and pray for their safety. Number 8. The Great Blue Hole. Sinkholes often swallow the ground and everything beneath it, though very rarely, sinkholes also emerge underwater, filling itself with water, inadvertently creating a natural wonder, such is the case with the Great Blue Hole in Belize. The Great Blue Hole is the largest underwater sinkhole in the world, with a depth of over 125 meters and a circular width of over 300 meters. Inside it is a large prehistoric cavern wherein you can see well-preserved traces of the bygone past, a testament to how mesmerizing nature can be. It also houses some of the rarest underwater species, such as the giant grouper, hammerhead sharks, parrotfishes, and many more. It's such a beautiful sinkhole that it has been listed as a World Heritage Site by the UNESCO. There are many other blue holes in the world, such as Dean's Blue Hole located in the Bahamas, which is the second deepest in the world, and they're great attractions for divers seeking to explore the depths and life within. Number 7. Dead Sea Sinkholes. The Dead Sea is on the verge of dying. It continues to shrink as its water level drops, at least a meter per year. Not only that, giant sinkholes seem to appear out of nowhere, posing a significant risk not only to its residents, but to tourists as well. Geologists state that the emergence of these sinkholes is normal as the water level continues to dry out. Briny waters are slowly replaced by fresh groundwater, dissolving layers of salt that comprise the ground, which then results in sinkholes appearing. And unlike other sinkholes, wherein signs are present before a major cave-in happens, Dead Sea sinkholes appear almost instantaneously. Currently, there are over 4,000 sinkholes in the Dead Sea. Until Israel, Jordan, and Palestine make a move to bring the Dead Sea back to life, the emergence of cavern-like sinkholes will continue. Number 6. Florida Sinkholes. If you live in Florida, you'll have to contend with the fact that you'll be living with sinkholes for the rest of your stay. As most of it is built on wetlands, Florida is very much prone to sinkholes, resulting in more than 6,500 sinkholes appearing per year. Add to that the overuse of a process called groundwater pumping, a process in which fresh water is pumped out from an underground reservoir called an aquifer. Uninhibited use of this process leaves aquifers to dry out, severely weakening earth foundations as a result. Just recently, in July this year, a giant sinkhole swallowed 2 homes and affected another 11 homes in the process. The sinkhole initially measured 250 feet wide by 50 feet deep, before growing an extra 10 feet after a month. Though the sinkhole is now stable, The area is currently condemned in order to avoid any potential casualties should the sinkhole open again. To this day, sinkholes appear frequently within the state of Florida, and even more appeared when Hurricane Irma ravaged parts of the state. Number 5. Fukuoka, Japan sinkhole. Like Florida, Japan is no stranger to geological disasters, as its residents experience over 1,500 earthquakes per year. So when a sinkhole appeared in Fukuoka back in 2016, local authorities quickly sprung into action to alleviate its citizens' worries. The sinkhole emerged at an intersection near JR Hakata Station, swallowing all 5 lanes of the street. Fortunately, this happened during the early morning, so no people were injured when the road caved in. Authorities pointed out that a construction nearby might have been the cause of this sinkhole, as excess water flowed through its underwater tunnels, causing the soil underneath it to erode. Fukuoka's mayor, Soshiro Takashima, apologized to residents and promised that they will take necessary actions to fix the problem immediately. And so they did. Local authorities had the road fixed within 2 days, a feat that went viral on the internet. While it did collapse again weeks later and had to be repaired again, you'll have to admit its speedy repair was pretty impressive. Number 4. Queensland Beach Sinkhole. When it comes to relaxation, nothing beats visiting a beach. But for some unlucky campers, visiting a beach may not be the best of ideas. Back in 2016, a group of campers decided to stay the night at one of the beaches at Inskip Point, Queensland. What they didn't expect was the appearance of a 150 by 50 meter sinkhole devouring their entire camp, swallowing their camping gears and their vehicles. One of the campers who survived the ordeal described her experience as a miracle, as the sinkhole appeared so quickly that they thought they were goners. A group of local divers were sent to survey the extent of the damage, and from the video captured by the divers, it's evident that the sinkhole caused lots of damage, giving the once beautiful beach a huge scar that can be seen from above. According to locals, this is nothing new as they experience sinkholes from time to time. They even warn would-be campers about the risks but are often ignored. While it's open to the public once more, local authorities warn and recommend avoiding the spot, lest they face the risk of encountering a sinkhole. Number 3. Guatemala Sinkhole. Back in 2010, Tropical Storm Agatha wreaked havoc on most parts of Central America, including Guatemala. This tropical storm served as the precursor to a sinkhole in its capital, Guatemala City, resulting in huge property damage as it swallowed a 3-story factory and a nearby house. This remarkably round sinkhole has a width of 18 meters and a depth of 100 meters, which is enough to topple tall buildings. Geologists were dispatched immediately in order to investigate the root cause of the sinkhole. While the tropical storm did play a role in the emergence of it, geologists surmised that the main cause was poor underground infrastructure, coupled with leaking underground pipes and poor building regulations. They added that this sinkhole was bound to happen sooner or later. While the sinkhole has long been fixed, residents of the town fear that this may happen again sometime in the future, especially as they have had their fair share of massive sinkholes in the past. Number 2. Shaoxi Tianqing. While sinkholes are often frightening, this massive sinkhole in China is a sight to behold. Nicknamed by locals the Heavenly Pit, it measures 662 meters deep and 527 meters wide. This giant sinkhole, or Tianqing as it is called in China, was formed over 10,000 years ago after layers of limestone eroded by centuries worth of rain, collapsing the ancient caves and forming this amazing sight. Can you imagine how insanely immense the collapse was? It would equate to the power of thousands of bombs exploding simultaneously. Due to its impressive size and depth, it's become a major tourist attraction, drawing attention from geologists, tourists, and base jumpers looking to satisfy their adrenaline rush. The Tianqing is also home to more than 1,285 plant species and rare animals such as the clouded leopard. If you're looking for an adventure with magnificent sights and views, then you better have the Shaoxi Tianqing on your itinerary. Before I reveal the most outrageous example in this list, I'd like to remind you to subscribe to Be Amazed. We upload amazing fact-filled videos every day, so don't miss out on learning some amazing new information. Also, hit that bell icon for notifications on more amazing fact-filled videos. Number 1. Millennium Tower Subsidence. The Millennium Tower in San Francisco, California is currently facing 2 interconnected problems. 1. It's currently the subject of multiple lawsuits from its residents. And 2. The reason these lawsuits have been filed, the building is slowly sinking and tilting, potentially endangering the lives of every resident. One theory for the ground sinking is due to liquefaction, a process wherein loose soil briefly turns into liquid when small movements within the earth, such as earthquakes, occur. Furthermore, being built on landfill, it's very much prone to this process, resulting in the building sinking at a rate of 50 millimeters per year. This is quite alarming, but Millennium Partners, the company behind Millennium Towers, assures its residents that it is still safe to live in. Furthermore, the company points out that the construction nearby by Transbay Joint Powers Authority is to blame for the ground sinking, as they pump out too much water, leading to weakened soil. The company denies this fervently and argues that the real cause of the building tilting and sinking is inadequate foundations. While plans for repairs are now underway, neither company wants to foot the bill. Let's just hope that they get their heads together before nature decides for them. After all, the San Andreas fault line isn't far away, and scientists believe California is due for a huge earthquake anytime soon. Let's just hope they can fix it in time. That said, if you're a risk taker, you could bag one of these condos at a knockdown price. The average value of the multi-million-dollar condos has dropped $320,000 on average. Would you take the risk of living in an area that may be engulfed by the earth? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching.